One of the things, we were talking earlier about finance, and you basically have two major buckets of money. You've got labor and you got food. And so, we often get fixated on what that number is and what it should be. And one of the arguments, that I have made in the past is, I'd like to see us reduce the FTE load and spend more on food because in equipment and processing, because at the end of the day, I think we all have to acknowledge the fact that if you think you need to be running, if you think in the past that let's just say your FTE load is 25, the fact of the matter is you're probably never going to get more than 20. And just from the labor market itself, it's just you're just not going to be able to continue thinking that this is these are monies I have to spend and I got to go hire these people. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think those people are going to be there.
Right.
I think we have to learn how to use equipment and buy certain types of food that's more processed. It might cost a little bit more, but it'll show up on a truck. It's not like you have to wait for someone to show up to work to process it. It's ready to go.
Again, you got to look at that net cost.
Yeah, the net cost.
If I spend less in labor, and I think what sometimes food service workers, depending on the accounting systems or how they're looking at their financials, it may just show their salaries, but you've got to keep in mind there's a benefit package associated with each of those.
Absolutely.
So when you're asking for more FTEs, the CFO and HR directors are constantly looking at that benefits package, and so you've got to keep that in mind when doing that. So again, when you reduce that FTEs, and again, if you can spend more on food, but you've got to be able to demonstrate that that it does have that reduction in staff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So oftentimes what I see is that you buy these new products, you buy these new services, you buy this new food, that unless the vendors are out there to do their job, which is to sell a project.
That's fair.
So you've got to watch what they're doing.
Right.
Because they're going to sell you this, and again, what happens is this comes in, and then the FTEs, they didn't really get the savings that you thought you were going to get. And certain CFOs hold their leaders. It's like, you said you were going to reduce 2 FTEs. Where's it coming from? And so, you got to be careful when you're selling those things.
That's a really good point.
You've got to be committed to that product.
Yes.
And then again, how does it impact your retail sales, and how does it impact patient satisfaction?